marriage ceremony. Now you may ask, well, why is that? Because from this day forward, for better or worse, richer or poorer, we're all a little poorer this year, your lives and the life of Towson University are forever intertwined. Every job interview you ever go on, every resume you ever prepare will list your alma mater as Towson University. And your reputation will forever reflect upon the university, and its growing reputation will forever reflect upon you. So now, on behalf of the University System of Maryland Board of Regents, I want to offer congratulations again on your achievement. You have earned your degree from a truly great university with an accomplished and caring faculty and leadership. I believe you would have been hard-pressed to find a better place. So go Towson, go Tigers, and go Ravens!
Thanks, David. This morning, we're also pleased to have with us two members of the university's Board of Visitors that serves as my primary advisory board. Joining us today are Mr. Steve Peck and the Honorable Dennis Rasmussen, chairperson of the university's Board of Visitors. Dennis will bring congratulations and greetings on behalf of the board. Mr. Rasmussen has served as a state senator from Baltimore County and also served as Baltimore County executive. He serves on numerous boards, including the Board of Trustees for Franklin Square Hospital and the Board of Directors for the Port Discovery Children's Museum. He has volunteered his time and skills to lead successful capital campaigns and numerous community and charitable projects over many years. Mr. Rasmussen is currently president of the Rasmussen Group and was appointed chairperson of Towson University's Board of Visitors in 2007. Please join me in welcoming Dennis Rasmussen to the stage.
Good morning. Thank you, President Corrett, deans and faculty, members of the administration, family members, honored guests and friends, and especially thank you, the members of the Towson University class of 2008. I am proud to greet you this morning in the name of the Board of Visitors of Towson University. The President's Board of Visitors comprises executives from both the public and private sectors who serve in an advisory capacity to Dr. Corrett and his leadership team. Some board members are Towson alumni, some are not. Some contribute their financial wealth, while others contribute their wealth of knowledge, talent, and advocacy. Even though our nation's and state's economies are struggling, these are very exciting times for Towson University and its students. And the Board of Visitors is fortunate for the opportunity to work with Dr. Corrett in his efforts to make Towson one of Maryland's premier institutions of higher learning. To our honored guest, today is truly a momentous day for you, marking Towson's 144th commencement exercises. It is both a culmination and a beginning. You've endured long hours of study to complete at least 120 academic credits. You've pored over hundreds of books while doing research for scores of papers. You've been tired, you've been hungry, you've been cranky, and now the hard work really begins. There's an old saying that goes something like this: if you want to be successful in New York, it's all about what you know. If you want to be successful in Philadelphia, it's all about who you know. If you want to be successful in Boston, it's all about who your father knows. But one important lesson I've learned from observing the truly successful people in my life, the people who are content with their state in life, challenged by what they do, and rewarded by their effort, is this: if you want to be successful, no matter where you live, it's all about what you do with what you know. The thousands of hours you've invested in learning the details of your chosen field will yield great dividends for you when you turn your face away from the books and the computer screens and look toward the faces of those lives who now improve with what you've learned. If you've chosen teaching as your life's work, for example, as you stand before a classroom of children, my hunch is that you won't be thinking about B.F. Skinner and his theories on education. You'll be thinking about opening up those young minds to new concepts and how they may transform their lives and transform yours. If business administration is your chosen field of endeavor, the management theories of Peter Drucker and Richard Waterman may have provided you with the correct answers on your final exams, but it is the creativity and spirit of collaboration that underscores those theories that will send you off to your office with a smile on Monday mornings. Theories won't change your world. It's how you interact with your world that will change it. Look for opportunities in life. Your graduation today is a vivid example of identifying and cultivating an opportunity that was available to you. Opportunities often materialize from friendships and relationships. Know this, friendship and loyalty are the gold standards for creating, pursuing, and achieving those successful opportunities. Contrary to some beliefs, success in life really isn't an entitlement. I'm sure I'll get an amen from some parents here. And that's why the hard work doesn't end with today's ceremony. It really only begins today. Dr. Corrett and his outstanding leadership team have set for you a fine example for translating theory into action. Action that brings results, action that changes lives, action that will give you purpose and meaning. During your time here at Towson, you have seen blueprints become construction sites that are in turn emerging as new facilities. A first-class daycare center, a parking garage expansion, the new College of Liberal Arts, the West Village Housing Project. The tangible lesson that has been right in front of your eyes, plans that are well-researched and skillfully executed yield quality results. And so it has been with your time here at TU. Your journey at Towson University has been carefully crafted to bring you here today, well prepared for your chosen place in society. So whether you plan to succeed in New York, or Philadelphia, or Boston, or as more than 3/4 of Towson University graduates do right here in Maryland, remember this, it's not always what you know or who you know, or even who your father knows. You will know personal success when you sense that how you've used what you know is making your part of the world a better place. Now, even as you commence a new chapter in your life today, it's good to keep connections to Towson in place. Come back for fine arts and sports events. Enjoy homecoming from a new perspective. Almost 800 of you are now eligible to join the Alumni Association. Keep your favorite professors and classmates informed about your new adventures. Your past involvement at Towson has helped make the university what it is today. Your continued involvement will make it better. Lastly, as I look at this winter graduation class of 2008, I feel a genuine sense of confidence. I trust you. I trust your competency and commitment to keep America strong. I trust you to defend our freedoms. I trust you to protect our heritage. I trust you to achieve and retain financial integrity in our society. I trust you to make us once again economically competitive in a global marketplace. I trust you to keep the water we drink and the air we breathe clean. And I trust you to enhance the quality of life for all Americans by serving those less fortunate. Since its founding in 1866, Towson University has, as of today, awarded nearly 117,000 degrees. That's a huge and learned and creative and compassionate host of individuals who have taken their Towson University education out into the bigger world around them to make it a better place. And now you take your rightful place with them in those efforts. Congratulations, and may God bless your achievements.
I work for the Board of Regents, and I'm advised by the Board of Visitors, but there is another board that we work with on a regular basis that represents all of our alumni across the globe. And as Dennis just mentioned, we have over 100,000 across the globe. Today, we have with us Ms. Kim Fabian, who's president of Towson University's Alumni Board, and is bringing welcome and congratulations on behalf of the board and the Alumni Association. Kim, please join me at the podium.
Good morning, everyone. I am a proud graduate of the class of 1988 and am so honored to be here to represent the more than 117,000 alumni who have graduated from this wonderful university. Helen Graham is just one example of those alumni. She turned 100 years old on April 1st, 2007. Helen was a class of 1926 graduate who grew up on a farm on the eastern shore of Maryland. She took a horse and carriage to her two-room schoolhouse and after high school attended what was then the Maryland State Normal School. Helen eventually settled down in New Jersey where she taught art and reading for 34 years. Just think of all of the young minds that Helen helped to educate. How many lives will you touch because of your education and experiences here at Towson? What will your story be? Will you be an entrepreneur who helps startup companies market their products and services? Will you be president of a computer company that develops games for U.S. military training? Will you be a manager of a Major League Baseball team? Or will you work to help at-risk children through the Big Brothers and Big Sisters program? These are just a few of the great stories of Towson University alumni. My own story would not have been possible without the education, experiences, and connections I made here at Towson. You will also have a great story to tell, one that you will be proud to share with future generations of Towson grads. As an alumna, I have the privilege today of welcoming you into the Towson University Alumni Association, and I'm here to tell you from experience that there are many wonderful opportunities and possibilities that await you once you step outside these doors today. I loved going to school at Towson, but what I loved even more was creating a life and profession with the tools a Towson education gave me. You are now ready to benefit from those tools as well. Once you walk out of these doors, remember that while your time here may be over, you will always be part of the Towson University family. Today, you become the newest faces of our Alumni Association. We are lawyers, doctors, actors, business leaders, teachers, computer analysts, scientists, politicians, and healthcare providers, to name just a few. We live in every state and country, from California to New Jersey, from England to Japan, and everywhere in between. So on behalf of the thousands of alumni who have preceded you, it is my privilege to congratulate you on your outstanding accomplishments and invite you to take advantage of the many benefits the Alumni Association offers. You'll find that we're a great resource for professional networking, reunions, special events, and social functions. I'm sure some of you today may also have been recipients of our scholarships and grants. As alumni, we feel it is also our responsibility to give back so that the next generation of students may have the same opportunities and experiences we shared. Please know that we will always be here to help you stay connected to the university and to support your success. In the months and years ahead, please be sure to share your story with us as you make your special mark as a Towson University graduate. Congratulations and thank you again.
Thank you, Ms. Fabian. May I ask that the house lights come up gradually, please? We'd like to take a moment at this part of the ceremony to ask that anyone in the audience who is a graduate of Towson University, please rise and be recognized. Thank you for being with us today, and thanks for your support. You may be seated. I now call upon the Chief Academic Officer of the University, the Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, James Clements, to introduce the graduate student speaker.
Mr. President, ladies and gentlemen, it is now my pleasure to introduce our graduate student speaker, Ms. Nicole Sheehan. Ms. Sheehan is graduating today from the Master of Science program in gerontology. She previously earned a bachelor's degree in dance with a concentration in dance therapy from Goucher College. She works for the Baltimore County Department of Aging as the director of the Catonsville Senior Center. She also is the vice president of the Maryland Association of Senior Centers. Please help me welcome Ms. Sheehan.
Thank you, Provost Clemens. Good morning, President Corrett, Regent Nevins, distinguished guests, honored faculty, family, and fellow graduates. I am honored to stand before you today as the first Applied Gerontology Program graduate to address the graduating classes. As a senior in high school, enrolled in a work release program, suffering an identity crisis many, many years ago, if a teacher, friend, or family member had said I would one day speak at my graduate commencement, I would have thought they had delusional dreams for me. But here I am with all of you. How did we get to this point? Well, we decided the road we were currently taking needed a detour in order to make our lives richer and more fulfilling. So we set out to achieve a goal and did whatever we had to do to accomplish it. I don't know what type of road you have traveled to get to this destination, but I can tell you mine was quite bumpy with many bumps in the road. In order to receive my undergraduate degree, I had to work full-time and attend classes full-time. I struggled with self-confidence, trying to learn that I didn't have to copy directly from a textbook for an answer, that I had a brain that could solve problems and retain information. After receiving my undergraduate degree, I wanted to enjoy being a full-time employee without the extra burden of schoolwork, so going directly into a graduate program wasn't on my list. After a couple of tries at different jobs, I found contentment working with the elderly population. It was very rewarding to me, assisting this cohort in bettering their lives. Then I became restless and found I could do even more if I furthered my education. Working for the county was a perfect fit, as there was room for growth and they even paid a large portion of the tuition. After a year with the Baltimore County Department of Aging, I first enrolled in an aging program at Notre Dame, but discovered that program was going to be discontinued. After researching many options, I decided on the gerontology program at Towson University. The flexible schedules and the opportunities to participate in research studies appealed to me. Through the program, I was able to expand on my self-discovery of having a functioning brain and improve my critical thinking skills. The professors encouraged questions, and I had many of them. I became curious about every aspect of aging, wanting to solve all the current issues. But then came the dreaded group projects. As much as I disliked working in groups, I have found the experiences are much like the professional arena. You had to convey your thoughts and opinions so everyone in the group understood your point of view. You had to commit to a task and reach a common goal. Another challenge was being an older student and not having much in common with fellow classmates. But I believe I would not have been promoted so quickly within the Baltimore County Department of Aging to become the center director for one of the largest senior centers without being enrolled in the program. I feel we all need to dream big. I am a big dreamer. We can blame it on my astrological sign, Pisces, but what do we have to lose? We can all better our lives by dreaming big and setting goals for ourselves. Some of us don't have roadmaps or GPSs to guide us, so we go out on our own. Yeah, it's scary, and we may travel off course, hit a roadblock, but they say that makes us stronger. We should all have dreams to fulfill. You had a goal to one day receive your degree, and here you are reaching that goal. Eleanor Roosevelt said, "The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams." Think of what this room full of people could accomplish by dreaming big. Think of what this room full of people will accomplish by dreaming big. I have one more challenge to offer you today. While we are in the crux of a recession, I feel this challenge to you is appropriate. When you are out exploring new careers, remember this. When it is our time to leave this earth, you most likely will not be remembered for having the coolest car or the largest house on the block. You will be remembered as a good friend, a good supervisor, a good parent. So if you take that job that offers the best salary, but just doesn't feel right, most likely you will not be fulfilling your dream, and in the end will not be happy, and you will probably look for another job down the road. So what legacy do you want to leave? Dream big. Thank you for the opportunity to speak today. Thanks to my professors, family, and friends, especially Dr. Wagner. Congratulations and best wishes to class of 2008.
Thank you, Ms. Sheehan. Provost Clements will now introduce our undergraduate student speaker.
Mr. President, ladies and gentlemen, it is now my pleasure to introduce our undergraduate student speaker, Mr. Maxim Altmark. Mr. Altmark is graduating from the College of Business and Economics with a Bachelor of Science degree in accounting. Mr. Altmark served as the president of Beta Alpha Psi, the honorary business organization. He is also a member of the Golden Key Honor Society and the Beta Gamma Sigma International Honor Society. Mr. Altmark received numerous scholarships from organizations including the Maryland Association of CPAs, the Mid-Atlantic CIO Forum, the Financial Executives International Organization. In addition, he received the Christopher Scott Stark Memorial Scholarship. Upon graduation, Mr. Altmark will sit for the CPA exam and begin working at KPMG, an international financial services firm. He plans to pursue a career in accounting and a master's in business administration. Please help me welcome Mr. Altmark.
Thank you, Provost Clements. Good morning, President Corrett, Regent Nevins, distinguished guests, honored faculty, family, and fellow graduates. I remember our first day at Towson University and how we came to campus. For many of us, it was our first time away from our friends and families. It was an unusual experience to get familiar with a new area, make new friends, and become more responsible and mature. We had to make a lot more decisions by ourselves and take much more responsibility than ever before. I remember checking my email once a week prior to entering Towson. Now it's a habit to check it more than 5 times a day. My Towson experience taught me to be more responsible, honest, and supportive. One of my first major experiences was choosing my major. I'm sure we can relate to this experience, as we each had to make a serious decision on what we truly enjoy or want to pursue. Although many of us had to switch majors after finally realizing that what we truly enjoy might not make it so easy to pay off those college loans. Some of us had an opportunity to travel abroad and not only cover what's in the syllabus, but also experience a new culture and see the world. I enjoyed Towson because aside from an outstanding academic program, we were also given an opportunity to be involved in various extracurricular activities. Whether it was an intramural sports team, an academic or social club, honors organization, or religious group, we all learned something new and made lifelong friendships. Towson gave me an opportunity to be a leader and demonstrate my leadership capabilities. Being an accounting major, I joined Beta Alpha Psi and was elected as president of that organization in my junior year. Our organization was heavily involved in developing professional skills and helping the society by participating in several community service events every semester. Aside from Beta Alpha Psi, I had the opportunity to be involved in at least one community service event at every company where I interned. Before Towson, I didn't participate in many of these service events, but after being involved in a few of them, I realized that it's a great feeling to be able to help others. Overall, my Towson experience taught me more than was assigned on the syllabi. It helped me find a balance between being a full-time student, having an internship, being involved in extracurricular activities, and enjoying my personal life. It taught me the skills of planning, prioritizing, and managing, which are some of the most important skills that will help us all succeed in life. I'm certain that we all have many different stories about our experience at Towson and how our college years helped us find ourselves and become the people we are today. As graduates, we should take responsibility for the social and environmental consequences of our decisions. We should inspire others by setting an example. We will grow personally, professionally, ethically, and intellectually, and embrace opportunities for community involvement. And we should always represent Towson University proudly. As Foster McClellan said, trust yourself. Create the kind of self that you'll be happy to live with all your life. Make the most of yourself by fanning the tiny inner sparks of possibility into flames of achievement. Thank you to all of my professors that taught me throughout my years at Towson. Especially I want to thank Professor Malik, Dr. Kong, and Professor Bukov for their support and guidance. I also like to thank my family and my girlfriend for always being there for me. Fellow graduates, Fellow graduates, I wish you all the best in your upcoming careers. Whether you're going into the real world and starting your careers, or continue your higher education, I wish you success, happiness, and luck. Thank you very much, and congratulations, class of 2008.
I love listening to the student stories. Thank you both. Provost Clements will now join me for the presentation of the annual President's Award for Distinguished Service.
Would Professor Gloria Newbert please join the President at the center podium for the presentation? The President's Award for Distinguished Service recognizes the intellectual talent and the professional service of a member of the university, faculty, staff, or administration. This award is given to an individual who has dedicated 20 or more years of service to higher education and who has made an important contribution to higher education in the metropolitan region through teaching, scholarship, and participation in university activities. The award is provided by the President of Towson University and includes a check for $2,500 and a commemorative silver bowl. Mr. President, I am very proud and pleased to present to you this year's recipient of the President's Distinguished Service Award, Dr. Gloria Newbert.
On a campus that is known for its excellent teachers, Gloria A. Newbert has long been recognized as one of the very best. Over the course of her 33-year career at Towson University, Dr. Newbert has established a record of teaching, scholarship, leadership, and service that serves as a benchmark for her colleagues and an inspiration for her students. She is a proud alumna with a bachelor's degree in English and a master's degree in secondary education from Towson University. In 1972, Dr. Newbert joined her alma mater's Department of Secondary Education as a full-time instructor. In 1975, she was promoted to assistant professor, and 3 years later, she received her PhD in Reading and Literacy, Staff Development in Secondary Education from the University of Maryland, College Park. She was promoted to associate professor in 1987 and attained the rank of professor in 1991. Dr. Newbert shines in her role as a teacher's teacher, consistently earning accolades from students and peers for her classroom effectiveness. She has not only taught 20 different courses over the years, but has also written and gained approval for 10 new courses. In 2004, the University System of Maryland honored her with its Award for Teaching Excellence, and in 2007, she received the International Teacher Educator in Reading Award from the prestigious International Reading Association. Dr. Newbert's scholarship is notable for its quality and its quantity. She is the author or co-author of 4 books on such topics as inductive teaching, peer coaching, the interactive teacher, and teaching content reading. She has published more than 30 articles in highly regarded professional journals and presented at more than 100 national and international meetings. More recently, her fascination with how learning occurs has led her to explore neuroeducation, the influence of neuroscientific research on education. Dr. Newbert co-founded and directed the Maryland Writing Project. She was the sole creator of the Writing Project's Teacher Research Institute, which received the American Association of State Colleges and Universities G. Theodore Mittal Award for Innovation in Higher Education. She also founded the Summer Student Writers Workshop and the Secondary Reading Leadership Institute. She's been a busy woman. She led the development of and the research to support the Department of Secondary Education's highly regarded Professional Development School Network, which has become a model for Maryland and the nation, and I believe the largest network of its type in the country. Dr. Newbert has served on the College of Education Council, directed the university's accreditation efforts, served as library liaison, and led her department's and her college's promotion and tenure committees. She actualizes Towson University's mission as Maryland's Metropolitan University in her commitment to the region's high schools, where she has conducted hundreds of highly regarded development workshops for teachers and principals. Thousands of Dr. Newbert's former students are active educators, thanks in no small part to her influence and her example. Many of these, as well as many of our current students, identify her as the best professor they've ever had. Today, we echo those sentiments in recognizing Gloria Newbert for her extraordinary career, which has brought great honor to her and great honor to Towson University. Gloria, congratulations. Please join me in congratulating Dr. Gloria Newbert, this year's awardee.
Thank you, Dr. Corrett. It is with great respect for you, Dr. Corrett, the faculty, the students, and the staff of Towson University that I accept this award. Anne Sophie Swetchun, a 19th century Russian mystic, once said, "There is a transcendent power in example." If this award means that I have indeed been distinguished in my service here at Towson University, it is in great part due to the example of people in my life, exemplars of professional, ethical, and intellectual excellence. My parents valued education, but because of economic limitations in the 1920s,